Hi everyone, my name is Kelly and I am your trainer for the induction training. Today we are going to start our first section, which is called Syllabus. In this section, I'm going to tell you more about our company and about the course that you are going to start. I hope you can help this training helpful. First of all, about our company. As you can see, this is one of the picture of our center. The whole name of our company is Keyword Education, and in Chinese it's 朗文, which is 朗门, 青少儿英语, 英语 is English. Keyword Education is a senior partner with Pearson Group. Starting from 2010, we became approved to offer the qualifications awarded by UXL. The two tests are Pearson Test of English General and Pearson Test of English Young Learners. We are also an official partner school in Shenzhen for TESOL program of American TESOL Institute. For tests, we also registered to conduct graded examinations in spoken English. So, this is about keyword education. Now let's take a look at some pictures of our center. These are our students, our teachers, and here are all the centers in Shenzhen. We have 15 centers in Shenzhen only. As test centers, just now I've already mentioned something about all the big tests, international tests that we take. First is American TESOL. We are authorized as the test center and the training center of TESOL course. Then is PTE Young Learners and PTE General. As for PTE, if you are interested, we also can train you to be a PTE examiner, which you can get a certificate and you can be the examiner for the test when it's undertaken. GSDE is a Trinity course test. There are 12 grades in it. Every year we have twice of the tests, and we invite teachers from London to go over to Shenzhen to give these tests. About teaching. This is the main part of our topic today, so we will talk about course system, teaching methods, evaluation, and training system. But for the training system, we are not going to go for any details. Course system. We use Longman course. As you can see, totally we have 14 levels. However, Longman Showcase 1 to 4 doesn't exist. So we are only using pockets and backpack, which are totally 10 levels. Longman is an American course and we use it as our regular class. Also, we have summer and winter camp, which we will use topic themed classes developed by our teachers. Special courses: English grading in public school, expert lectures, and study abroad. Let's take a look at all the materials that we use for the course. Pockets and backpack. There are 3 levels in pockets. Pockets are for students aged from 3 to 5. And there are 7 levels in backpack, which backpack 0, we also call it backpack starter, is the beginner level, which connects the pockets level and the backpack level. This is a leaflet for summer winter course, and we have different topics like, for example, science lab, phonics, and storyteller. We also have cooking kind of classes as well. Summer and winter camp. Special courses. As you can see in special courses, we have phonics, which are mainly taught by local Chinese teacher, and all the others would mainly taught by FT, which would be you, foreign teacher. 10-level pre-primary and primary communicative program. So the main target of our course is to improve the students' oral English and hope they can use the English you taught them to apply and to use in life so that they can talk and communicate. However, for BEPET high level, we also would consider to improve their written and reading. Pockets for age 3 to 5, totally 3 levels. Each level would have 9 units. Each unit would have 16 academic hours, which means one unit lasts for about 1 month. Each level lasts for 9 months. Totally, it has 144 academic hours, which you and your co-teacher would teach half each. Backpack for age 6 to 12. There are 7 levels of them, and also each level has 9 units. Each unit is 16 academic hours. One unit is 1 month, one level is 9 months, and 144 academic hours. Why did I say that you and your co-teacher would share half of these academic hours? That's because in our center, students would come twice a week, once with you and another time with your co-teacher. That means no matter who did the class, it's better for you two to sit down and talk about the class, talk about the students, and talk about the plans for the class. Pockets resource. We will provide student book, workbook, and for Pockets, Pockets 1 doesn't have CD-ROM. CD-ROM is like a computer games kind of reviewing activities on the computer. Pockets 2 and 3 has CD-ROM, and all the centers all the levels has CD as well. Pockets would have an app. If you use iPhone, type in iPlay Pockets, then you can find the app and you can listen to the songs in the app. Why do you need to know this? It's because when the parents just tell you that they don't know how to help them at home and their English is not good, so you can tell them that, oh, you can try to use this, so that to give them professional suggestions. Backpack resource. Different from Pockets, Backpack level, we also have digital books, except for Backpack Starter. And so the others, student book, workbook, and CDs, all the levels would have, and also the same CD-ROM. The first level, Backpack Starter doesn't have, and all the other level has, which means Starter actually is the level that has the least resources. So these are the student book, teacher book, picture cards, posters, DVDs. Okay, and as you were told, and all the lesson plans and PowerPoints would offer it to you. However, we do hope that you go through them and write your own lesson plan and edit the PPT when you think it's necessary, because every class is different. Even when you are teaching the same lesson, to two different groups, I think you should use different activities because each group will be different. Teaching objectives. Pocket 1, we tend to cultivate the interest, create an English teaching atmosphere, describe with keywords and simple phrases, make a storybook and understand the story. No requirement of writing. This is very important. In Pocket 1, these students are 3 years old, so we actually not require them to write in the book. And Pocket 2, strengthen the interest, make them even more interested in English. Also create the environment, atmosphere, recognize and distinguish some keywords. Make the storybook and perform the story. Basic knowledge of pronunciation and spelling. No requirements of writing. So Pocket 2, the same parts with Pocket 1 is no requirement of writing, about to maintain their interest and to create a good atmosphere. And also they make the storybook and perform the story. However, in this level, we do start to let the students have basic pronunciation and spelling, and so as to help them to recognize and distinguish some keywords. Pocket 3, we tend to let the students understand teaching in English, and also they have to recognize and distinguish keywords and sentences. Strengthen practice in pronunciation, recognize and understand descriptions of different questions, and requirements of writing letters, because in Pocket 3 one of the main part is for them to learn phonics with letter sounds. So in this level we require students to start to write some letters and preparing them to go to primary school. Paper starter, you can see master letters, phonics rules, accept teaching with English, basic knowledge of pronunciation and spelling, and also need to do writing letters. Starter level is the level for us to form students' good habits in spelling and to use phonics rules so that in the future when they learn, they know how to spell words, they know how to read new words. So this is a very basic level, and I think it's very important as well. Backpack 1 to 3, we call them backpack low level, and in this level they have to master words and sentences, phonics rules, and apply the grammar in primary school, which includes backpack 1 would be ing, I am reading. Backpack 2 would be simple present, which is like I go to school at 7 every day, and my mom reads books at night. And backpack 3 would be also ing and simple present, but starting from unit 5 there would be a leading in of past tense. I went to school yesterday. In backpack 1 to 3, they are going to read a passage about 100 words and write a short paragraph about 3 to 4 sentences. Focus on listening and speaking language skills and focus on language input. So 1 to 3 is for them to learn. However, in backpack 4 and 6, you can notice that they tend to focus more on output, where students would use what they have learned in the previous 3 levels to use in this other 3 higher levels. Some difference: describe the magazine with advanced grammar and sentence structures. As you can, if you can remember, Backpack Starter to Backpack 3, they don't read magazines, they read stories. So this is something new for them. And they read about 200 words and they write sentences with about 7 to 8 of them. That would be Backpack High level. Okay, now we are going to take a look at some more details. This is one teacher who's doing our Pockets class, which are, I think these students would be about 4 to 5 years old. Pockets 1 is for students aged from 3 to 4 who has 0 complete beginner. And so it focuses on psychomotor skills. As you can see, we ask them to chase, to use fingers, to write in the air. And in Backpack 2 and 3, which are students aged from 4 to 6, 4 to 5, who has a little bit basic English. For example, they might know apple, orange, banana, they might know red, yellow, blue, but they don't know any other things other than that. We focus on phonemic awareness. Like this one is for them to recognize the letter sound S for seal, for sun and scissors. Speaking of the topics for each level, Pockets 1, 2, 3, as you can see, the topics are pretty similar for the same unit. For example, Pockets 1 is about my classroom, Pockets 2 is about at school, also something in school, and Pocket 3 is people at school. And this is pretty difficult as well because they are going to learn headmaster, secretary, and all the titles like that. So Pockets 1, 2, 3, the design of the course is very scientific because Pockets 1 for 3-year-old, they only care about themselves. So all the topics is about me. Pockets 2, they grow to be slightly older and they would be care about us. But for Pockets 3, they are old enough and they are interested in what's going on around them, so it's about others. So the whole course design it's very scientific and also it's recycled as well. So things you learn in Pockets 1, probably you will see in Pockets 2, which can help you remember better, and also in Pocket 3 as well. But Pockets 2 and 3 will have its own new knowledge. Pockets level description. This you can take a look at it. As we already said at the beginning that every unit we would use 8 classes, and the 8th one is a test. So every unit will start with a warm-up and presentation, practice, application, values, projects, assessment. Warm-up. The unit opener introduces children to the theme, so you can listen to the chant of this unit and you can give them some new information about the topic. Then is the presentation, which is the highlight of the unit, because in this class we will start to do some new words teaching and use them in easy sentences. Practice allows children to experience and use the new language in a variety of ways. So in class 3, we would try to practice with the students about what they have learned in the previous 2 classes and try to create a situation for them to be able to use the words and sentences. Class 4 is application where they would do a little craft and they would learn a story. This is a removable book that they can cut it out and they can draw, color, and they can make it as a storybook. Reading story is very important for young learners because this is a real situation when they can learn real communication, not only from textbooks. Values. Value is the key selling point of our course. Actually, we tend to teach students English not only the words, the sentences, but also to use English to form them as a good citizen. So as for values, we would set example and then to get the students role play and get them to know how to say it in English. Projects. Students mostly learn from doing, which means if we set a project for them and give them 5-10 minutes to finish it and then give them a chance to present it with the language or knowledge that they have learned in this unit, then it will be a good chance for them to remember it better. Assessments. Okay, so this is how children complete the games and use language through all these stickers and drawing and coloring. So lesson 7 would be a review class for reviewing everything in this unit and then preparing them to do the test in Unit 8. Backpack characteristics. Backpack starter is a special level that connects back pockets and backpack, all the other levels. Students might have a slightly different age range because they might be 5 to 6 years old, but they learned English before and they didn't know how to read or write. All students from 7 to 8 who came from probably mainland China, who didn't learn any English before and they know how to read or write, but they can't speak, they can't communicate. So from backpack starter to backpack 3, try to cultivate better study habits with phonics rules. Focus on language points input. Okay, and then to learn in communicative atmosphere to overall improve their ability in language proficiency and teamwork. Develop multi-intelligence of kids and encourage them to discover and learn by imitating different scenarios. So we focus on input. For backpack high level, we use listening, speaking, reading, and writing to improve their skills, and we do comprehension, improving grammar application, word recognition, teamwork, problem solving. Focus more on output. For backpack starters, backpack 1, backpack 2, this is the grammar points that connecting each level, which I mentioned earlier. Teaching methods. There are all different kinds of teaching methods. When in our teaching, I don't think one kind of method is useful or can be applied to all kinds of different teaching targets. So it's always good for teachers to know and to learn all the different kinds of teaching methods and apply it to the specific topic that you are going to teach. But I think in our future training we will focus more on 5-step teaching, which includes warm-up, presentation, practice, consolidation, and homework. In our class, we have interactive whiteboard, so there are so many different ways for you to increase students' interest and to get their attention. First, TPR, total physical response, which is you get them to move around. Kids love to move around. It's impossible to keep them still for the whole 90 minutes section. So it's always good for teachers to plan their class with quiet, moving kind of design, so that the students can keep quiet when you need them to, and they can move around and still having fun. Handcraft. Every class, especially for kids class, you can do a 5 to 10 minutes handcraft with the topic, about the topic. Song, chant and dance, plays, movies and dramas, game, activity and phonics. If you can include most of these parts in your class, and I'm pretty sure it will be a very fun class and all the kids love it. Testing system. When the students, after they sign up, we would give them an oral placement test to put them in the right level, and in each unit, the teacher who's teaching lesson 8 will give them a unit and advancement test, and also students and parents can choose to join our PT or GESE tests as well. And that will be all for this training section. Let's see, we have talked about our company, and then we talk about all the books, teaching materials, all the resource. After that, we talk about the teaching targets for each level and how do we arrange the classes for each unit. At the end, we talk about the test system, how we put the students in class, and how do we test the students for how much they have learned. After watching this video, I would like you to go into more details of this PowerPoint and then finish a task, send it back to your teaching director. Thank you. See you next time.